I'm doing it anyway, dude. I'm fucking living life on the edge now. I'm in the wild shit.
You're edgelording it?
I'm out here falling in love now.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's crazy.
You had some love falling going on?
I'm in love, dude.
How deep?
Pretty deep.
How long you been seeing this woman?
Pretty deep. For about 3 weeks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no.
So I'm in love.
Does she know that you're falling in love, too?
Oh, yeah.
She's fully aware?
Oh, she's in love, too, dude. Don't worry.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know. She also loves women. She loves to fuck women.
That's never a good...
Never a good sign. She's really into women, and I can't compete with women.
No, women are hot.
If it's me versus tits, over. It's over for me.
So does she have any idea that you're leaning in this general direction right now?
That I think it's over for me?
No, that you think that you're in love, but you're scared of the female prowess.
Oh,
here.
yeah, we talk about it all the time. No, we're like, I'm not an idiot, dude. We're like legitimately in love, but it's like, am I gonna win versus women? No.
Yeah, women are tough to beat.
Like it's not gonna happen.
Does it hurt as bad if you
I have a
get
bit about
cheated
it.
on with a woman or on by a woman?
I've never been cheated on by a woman, but this is a true story. When I was in San Francisco, I had a girlfriend. She was great. We broke up, and then
she had a vagina, right? I'm just making sure.
Yeah, girlfriends in San Francisco, you don't know quite what you're doing. Like, yeah, you have no fucking idea.
Fuck, you're a girlfriend to someone in San Francisco, I think, dude. You got that fucking hair, dog.
But we started, we were dating for a few months, and we broke up. And, you know, we break up, and we still follow each other on Instagram, and I see her posting, like, you know, hanging out with my best friend, posting all this stuff. I'm like, it's nice that she's got, like, a great friend like this.
Yeah.
And then she posted 1 year with my best friend. And I was like, that's so fucking weird. Who posts, like, a 1 year thing with their friend? And I go, oh, my God, she's dating a chick right now. And so I finally put it together that she was in a relationship with a woman.
Oh.
And so I'd never met this woman. We broke up. We hadn't really talked the entire year we've been broken up. So I'm in San Francisco. I'm not even in San Francisco. I was at a bar called the Chatham Square in Cape Cod. And I'm walking around.
Sounds rich.
And this woman walks up to me, and she's like, are you Joe Begley? And I was like, you know me from like TikTok or something. And she was like, no, I am in a relationship with your ex-girlfriend. Yeah.
So you're like, nice to meet you.
Wild.
That's fucking weird.
Matt, did I tell that exact story on the podcast last week?
I don't think so.
That's awkward as shit.
You
dude.
ever have that where you're like, you don't really remember where something came from or like why you said it, but
No, that does happen sometimes when I'm on stage. Actually, where it actually happened with that piss thing. I'm funny that Matt brought that up. So
you got a piss story?
Well, I have a few piss stories, to be honest.
You're doing some weekends, like, you know, you open up for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you do 5 or sometimes 6 shows in a weekend.
Yeah, doing
By
like 25 minutes. So
dude, by the 6th show, you can forget what's going on sometimes. Like,
honestly, you become disoriented. Like, I don't think people understand that part of it either. Even comics themselves that like don't do it. But like after the 5th show of doing 25 minutes, you're like, boy, I never want to tell those jokes again.
100%.
Because it's just like, it becomes so like you're trying so hard to like copy and paste the show before, but it's impossible. It's always going to be different a little bit. And so then it's like, I don't know, it gets weird. And also you get bored. You get bored of doing the same thing. So then you just end up saying some wild shit, you know, like I recently was actually talking about my experience. It's kind of, you know, it's also kind of a piss thing. God,
what is the piss thing?
We're getting real R. Kelly in here. I don't like it, but this is about, so when I was living in LA, during the pandemic, they shut down all the public restrooms. So you couldn't pee anywhere. Like you couldn't, like, so, and I was Ubering and like Postmating and everything to make rent during the pandemic because there was no jobs.
Yeah.
I lost my job. I couldn't get unemployment.
What were you doing for work before the pandemic?
I was working at a studio. I was I was doing work at a studio, producing podcasts and like helping.
And so they shut that shit down hard.
They shut it down. It was like all Comedy Store regulars too, like Donnell Rawlings, Freddie Prinze Jr.
You were in there like no problem.
Yeah,
it's
I was
beautiful
like, fuck,
situation.
tight. Yeah, I'm like meeting comics all the time, like working with them, getting to know them. They're cool. They're putting me on shows and shit, like in LA. Really cool shit. And then that shut down. I started Ubering and shit. And even before the pandemic, I always found myself needing to pee. We talked about breaking the seal. I'd break the seal while I was Ubering at like a Sprouts. You know what I mean? I'd dip off, go into Sprouts, find the bathroom, pee. Because you got to in LA. There's no... It's like, it's weird. Like, you got to have codes for, like, Starbucks, a lot of Wendy's and places.
Didn't they get rid of that nationwide, or was like, they were like, LA would be just too much if we did it? It's everywhere but
Well,
LA.
it's just so much homeless that people would just shoot heroin in the bathroom. So they're like, yeah, we're going to get rid of public bathrooms. So, like, a McDonald's won't have a public bathroom in LA, or, like, a Burger King. Like, these little shitty fast food places where they pop up everywhere. They won't have a public restroom because they're afraid of people, ODing in their bathroom and have a whole other problem on their hands.
Yeah, just like regularly, like if you work at McDonald's, you also kind of work at the morgue. You're like, yeah, we got another one.
And a lot of people...
You want to flip this one, put it on the fucking griddle, dude?
Yeah, and a lot of people that work at Wendy's also shoot heroin. So it's a real, like, you know what I mean, double negative. But...
So, yay, Steph, you got any fucking... kid? I don't know why I gave them Boston accents.
Yeah, they're in LA,
but
there's a lot of tourists there.
Yeah.
But so this was during the pandemic, and there was no public. Like Gavin Newsom, the governor there, he just shut all of them down. It was like no public restrooms. So like I'm out Ubering, I'm like 40 minutes away from my house. I have nowhere to fucking pee. Like it's either I dip off and like just piss like in a corner somewhere, but eventually, I was just like, fuck it, dude. I'm going to piss in water bottles in my car. For some reason, I thought that was a good... I don't know, dude. I don't know if I'm just so fucking country, dude, but I will piss in a bottle and not think anything of it, right? Wow. So I was pissing in a bottle one time in my car. It's like, it's like the fourth, fifth time. I'm a professional at this point, dude. I got the bottles ready to go in my car, and I'm peeing. And it was one of those cheap water bottles. You know what I mean? And it was like kind of like, you ever had a cheap water bottle where it's like flimsy plastic? It's cheap.
Yeah.
So I'm like topping this bitch off, and I go to put the cap on, and I'm holding my dick in one hand trying to put the cap, and I squeeze the bottle a little too hard, piss all over myself. I literally pour piss so much all over me that I indirectly pissed myself. I pissed in something and then poured the piss all over me.
I've been there.
The most retarded way to piss yourself. I somehow did it.
And then like you couldn't decline your next Uber ride, so you just had to go pick somebody up.
Oh, dude, yeah. With piss all over. I couldn't change clothes. I had no change of clothes. I just capped the bottle. Dude, and by the way, I did this a lot in LA, and I'm not proud of it at all, but this is what I would do. I would just throw the bottle out my window, fill it up with piss, throw it out the window. Wouldn't care. Because I don't know. I grew up around Mardi Gras a lot. I gotta take this out because
it's ripping. It's ripping a little bit.
Woo! Anyway, so I'm a Mardi Gras kid, and I don't know if you've ever been to Mardi Gras, but Mardi Gras is basically just massive public littering for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, it's wild.
Which is a wild concept in a place.
By the way, can I add a piss story to that real quick?
Please, piss all over me,
dude.
Piss all over my mouth.
We used to go on a fishing trip to a place called Oswego, New York, and we would drive there. And
Oswego?
Yeah,
dude. I grew up in a town next to. I grew up next to a town called Westwego.
Westwego. No, we're going Os, dude. You fucking westward goers.
Team Os, bro.
Dude, so we were going up to Oswego, and it was about a 4.5 hour ride, and we would always drive like 3 or 4 trucks up, and you would pick somebody to be the DD for every car.
All right.
And I didn't go on the first year of the trip because I was out somewhere. The second year of the trip, I was just like, all right, I'll fucking join you guys. The rule on the second round of the trip was that the boys would drink so many beers on the way up there,
right,
that we would have to piss in plastic water bottles, or we'd run into trouble really quickly. Like you'd be stopping every 30 minutes.
You mean doing it the right way?
Yeah, so we would just be sitting there, and like guys would show up with literally like gallon jugs for the
oh no.
And so I like underdid it, and I got one of those like teeny little, not the Gatorade with the big fat head, but the little one with the squirt head. I got one of those.
Oh no.
And so I came up with this game. It was called CSI New York. And so what you would have to do is you would get a case of beer, and you would have to crack the case and then get to the bottom of it as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, we're solving cases, dude. We're getting to the bottom of some fucking cases.
Oh my god.
Pretty clever.
So
holy shit.
We got to the bottom of a first case. We had 3 guys that were drinking in the back seat. We got to the first case in like 2 hours. So we were like 10 beers deep each. We're halfway there. And at one point, we're like a good 15 beers deep each.
Oh, my God.
And I'm just like, I've been pissing in this jug all day. I'm like, I got to fucking piss. I'm sitting in the back right seat.
Joey Jugs.
I'm like, I got to fucking go, dude. I got to go. So I like whip out my dick.
Oh.
I go to piss in it. And our driver is just like,
Swerving?
dude.
He's on 15 beers, too?
Oh, no, he was dead sober.
Okay.
And he just goes, Joe. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Because I didn't get my dick all the way into the bottle.
No.
Oh, you're aiming.
I was so fucked up that like I just like felt plastic on my cock and was like, we're good to go. But I was pissing into my designated driver's lap.
Oh, no. Y'all going to piss we go, I think. Dude, that's fun.
He's like, you gotta fucking stop so we get it. He's furious, but we ended up drinking. I think we drank, between all of us, we drank like 50 beers on the way
Dude,
there.
holy shit. That sounds like alcohol abuse. Or I like to call it a good time.
It was brutal. Like that trip was like notoriously the most fucked up any of us would ever get.
Jesus,
Ever.
man.
I go coffee cup. I go 7-Eleven large coffee cup with the stopper. It's a little sketchier for the bumps and stuff. You don't get to seal it, but as far as like the stress of aiming, you just flop your
So
dick
are you
in the
guys
cup.
doing this on a regular basis?
Oh, I
What's
don't
the-
stop, baby. No,
Dude.
I did.
Matt, where
Don't
are
stop,
Matt, where
baby.
are you fucking going?
This guy's
dude?
pissing right now. You just can't see
Where
it.
Dude, I'm
Where are you off
a
to?
road dog, bro.
A road dog.
Yeah,
I'm a
he's
road dog.
CJ's a road dog, dude.
I am. I'm about to go on the road right tomorrow.
Where are you going?
I'm opening for Allie McCoskey feature
Hey.
for her.
That's what's up. So you've been opening up for Allie, Jeremiah, Joe List, and shit.
Yep. And then Adam Ray every now and then.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's cool, man. A few of them I've met through the studio that I worked at. The first time I met Allie was on Kill Tony. I was just a
humble guest.
Yeah, just pulled up, and she was the guest on the table. And then she actually asked me on a date on Kill Tony, and I rejected her.
Oh my God.
I said no, thank you.
Why'd you say no?
I don't think she's not attractive to me. I wasn't into her.
Oh,
And I thought it was, I thought it was funnier if I would say no. I
That's
thought that would be
hilarious.
funnier. Saying yes is like, okay.
well, it's also like, dude, the idea of like
No is way
hooking
funnier.
up with comics is a dangerous business.
Yes.
It's a dangerous business.
Been
to be
there.
in. I've been there once or twice, and I never did it again.
I know, I can't. Yeah, you
This
can't.
is like right at the beginning, like the first couple years
I
in.
know.
I did it twice, and I was like, this
God.
is just gonna get me into trouble. Because it's like, dude, it's really hard to just hook up with somebody, or like it's either a one night stand or you date, right? And it's like neither one of those really ends up in a hey, let's work together on a regular basis.
Yeah.
That it's there's some level of uncomfortability there. You
Even
know?
if you don't work with them, you're just out and about with them is also kind of weird. But yeah, then you're eventually going to be on the same show. It's just kind of
How bad are these mic stands, by the way?
all right.
Yeah, not great. The mic stands need some work, but
I mean, we all need work. Let's be honest.
yeah.
Amen, brother.
This guy over here is pissing in coffee cups.
Well,
Matt is
He
pissing in. We're all pissing in coffee cups.
I'm pissing
I don't
in
even
water
drive,
bottles.
I don't even
dude.
drive Uber, and I'm pissing in coffee cups.
I've
You have, like,
become
no excuse.
way too comfortable.
I'm doing it
pissing
right
in
here when
public.
I'm working from home. I'm fucking just going.
Open up the
I can't
jug.
do it. I can't be bothered to go over there. that would be too much to ask. We just gotta hammer fucking.
Just pissing in jugs, you fucking dude. You just want, dude. I've been saying this a lot. I had a joke about this, but I really feel this way. Sometimes I'm in bed like in the middle of the night, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta pee, and then I'm like, damn, I wish I had like a catheter in me right now.
Be nice.
That'd be dope.
Maybe they
That's
will-
how lazy I am
It's
sometimes.
nice until that's the only option.
I'm like, hook me up.
It's gotta be something better, like a trough on the side of your bed. You can just kind of roll over
Well,
halfway.
so this is funny that we're on this topic because I've been mulling over this thought so long. It's problematic because I bring it up a little bit too much, and women are like, "What's wrong with you?" But I don't like. So in public restrooms for men, there's urinals, but in everyday bathrooms we have the toilet,
Yes.
and the toilet is not convenient for us as men. It used to be very convenient for us to stand over a hole in the ground and pee.
Yeah.
And then women had to squat. And that was very uncomfortable for them, right? They had to get those fucking squats going.
Well, the fellas used to squat too. The fellas are still squatting in a lot of
Think?
places.
Oh, for shitting, yeah.
Well, yeah, over in Asia, there's some squatters going on.
But I mean, for pissing and just
I lived in an apartment with a
exclusively
squatter.
pissing, it's very convenient to just stand over a hole, whip your dick out, and piss. But for toilets now, it's flipped. It's the opposite. It's not convenient for us to pee in a toilet because then piss gets everywhere. Piss splashes. Even if you perfectly hit the toilet, it's still splashing all over the toilet.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's splashing
A
everywhere.
lot of ricochet.
Sometimes, it's a lot of ricochet. It's sometimes hitting the shower curtain. It's hitting your fucking calf sometimes. You never know where the fucking stream's going to go. And so I wish that they would just get rid of the current concept of the toilet because there's really no reason why we have two lids. There should be one lid. We should all sit. And it should be a way more comfortable seat where it fits our dick and everything. And we can just sit down, piss or shit, and get up and go. Or we have a simplified urinal where there's a hole in the wall that connects to outside where you can just stick your dick in the hole, pee, right? It funnels itself all the way down into the whatever the fuck gutter, and then you're on your merry way. You don't even have to flush. That's fucking dope, dude. That's a brilliant idea. Write it down. Write it down.
I'm into that idea. You don't even flush.
But what I think is funny is that if there was a female equivalent to a urinal, right? Like if there was some like contraption, like you know those Dyson hand vacuums where you stick your hands in them, it's like and then fucking you perfectly. You ever seen those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's like a slit. It's like I think if there was something like that for women where they could just stand over it, right? They don't even have to squat. They could just stand over it and then pee, and it would just suck the piss out of their vagina.
Why are you thinking about this shit, man?
I'm just thinking. Here's what I'm thinking about. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's where I'm going with this. I think if there was a woman equivalent to a male urinal, it would be in every fucking house because women's opinions matter the most to a man. Whenever they're buying a house and a woman's like, oh, it's got a walk-in closet and it's got the female urinal. And so then if it's like that or another house, the guy's like, oh, let's get the walk-in closet with the female urinal. And then every house is going to go, fuck, we need to make the female urinal thing all across the board. Women want this fucking female urinal thing. And then, boom, every house would have a female urinal. But I think men have just been like, nah, dude, we fucking stand. We stand and pee. We'll fucking lift the seat for her and all that shit. I think we should get rid of the whole seat thing. I think we should just be able to sit on a toilet and just go.
Well, here's a clap back on that.
More convenient.
If they make the seats too comfortable in this age, right?
Oh, we'd never leave the seat.
In the cell phone age.
We'd never
the only reason people get up right now is because your fucking leg falls asleep or something. If you get into like a real deep video game hole.
Tempur-Pedic seat?
Dude, people would be on that shit all day. All day.
You're right.
Having Tempur-Pedic seats out there.
You're right.
I guess stander is like, it is the most efficient way because, dude, the boys, it's just like, if you're standing there too long, the other fellas in the restroom know that you're either on your phone or you got like a kidney stone or something going on. You got to be making moves. Whereas like if you spend a little bit too much time on the shitter, they're like, dude, you're fucking, something's going on in there.
Have you ever had a kidney stone?
Never. Have you?
So this is a funny story.
Holy shit, you've had a kidney stone?
No. So I've had a buddy of mine pass
Sucked one out of a friend?
Dude, I could suck, bro. You can suck a kidney stone out of an Asian cock. Tight hole. I was
Pang dang.
I'll tell you what, this paying slangs, dude. You got a piece for an Asian guy. But I was peeing. This is kind of funny because my friend was Asian at the time. It was he's still Asian. It was
he had the surgery.
Yeah, dude. He's actually trans Asian. No, but he was pissing next to me in a urinal.
Michael Jackson to that shit. He's now a black male. And a good looking one at that.
Yeah, dude, his fucking eyes are huge now. It's crazy. So I was peeing in the urinal. He was peeing next to me. And all of a sudden he started screaming. This was like 4th grade. And he was just like, ah, like just like yelling. And I'm like, whoa, dude, like don't do karate in the bathroom. But then he was like, so he was pissing. He was passing a kidney stone, which we didn't know that at the time. But he just felt this crazy pain. Like it was like his piss was burning. He's like, my pee's burning. Like it was just like standing in front of the urinal like he couldn't move either. That's what's so fucked up about it, because his dick was out. He couldn't be like, you know what I mean, like all around the.
Yeah.
He would have looked insane. So he just stayed there and was like, it fucking hurts, and I had to like go get like a teacher or whatever, and he was still just standing in front of the urinal.
Oh my god!
They just like
How old were you guys?
I was in 4th grade.
You got a kidney stone in the 4th grade.
Yeah,
I thought that was some old man.
I know,
shit.
what the fuck?
I know. Well, apparently he was like crushing Gatorades all the time. So like, in Gatorades will just, I guess for some people, will fuck your shit up. It'll like, I guess for him it was collecting a lot of like sugar or whatever, enzyme.
Do
Whatever.
you remember that back in the day, like before we realized, like before anyone had just like the common sense to look at the bottle and just be like, this is not electrolyte water. This is a Coke with a little salt in it.
So much sugar.
With a little bit of salt in it, dude.
Powerades. I was crushing Powerade.
And then, dude, everybody was just like, yeah, this shit is great. So we would literally show up to sporting events with basically big gulps and just try to play soccer.
Oh,
and
dude.
we'd be third graders having cramps and being like, I don't know why this is happening. It's like, it's probably happening because you had 150 grams of sugar and you're 11.
You're
If I had to guess why this is happening, that would be it.
After basketball games, I was washing down like Oreos and Goldfish with fucking purple Powerade. Like, it makes like, it's like, yeah, this is not good for me
right now. In like that point in my life, right? Like I can handle a few beers and wake up. Like, dude, if I ate a sleeve of Oreos and a 64-ounce Gatorade, like I can't function anymore. Like, I'm in bed, dude. Like, I'm just like, I gotta fucking relax.
You feel like one of those Nelk boys that's just like, I'll do anything, bro. I'll fucking chug a 5th of Jameson right now.
Dude, one of those guys literally just chugs a fucking handle before he goes out.
I know. I don't understand that.
We need one of those.
Yeah.
We should acquire an Elk boy.
God, I'd love that. I don't know. I'd do anything to go viral at this point.
I think we need to. It doesn't do anything. Just trust me.
No?
It's useless.
Dude, fuck you, man. Viral or die. I gotta go viral or die. Trying. No, I don't really care about that shit, to be honest. I'm hard at that, bro. Like content and everything. That's like all the new age. I feel like it's weird, even with people that aren't even in any entertainment business. Like my girlfriend right now. She's she's just a college student. She's about to graduate, but she's like in design. So she's like doing graphic design work. So she's like in animation. She's like in all kinds of shit. She's like making like Pixar fucking level animation.
Yeah, amazing.
And it's crazy talent. Like, you're like, why? And I like, what was funny was like right before I met her, I was like, I don't know. I was thinking this before I met her. I was like, I don't know anyone that does an animation, which is crazy because like if you go to Netflix or whatever, any streaming service, it's like you got cartoons, fucking movies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how have I never met anyone that does this shit? And it's like very hard to find. It's a very small group of people who make a lot of the shit that we see. And
I know one of those kids from high school. Yeah, it's insane.
It's crazy, dude. And a lot of them are, virgins, unfortunately. A lot of them are, I think, autistic. A lot of them are like me. No,
I want to meet the autistic guy that's slanging dick, dude. There it is.
Pretty sure it's Elon Musk.
That's true. He just bought fucking Twitterverse. But he's, I think it's crazy because even for her, like someone who's like a college student isn't in entertainment at all, they're still kind of like, oh, should I make TikToks so that I can like get a good job in animation?
Wait, really?
Yeah. It's like everyone's trying to make something that gets seen by a lot of people so that then you get an opportunity out of that. Like, it's like, oh shit. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's an animator out there who made some crazy animation video on TikTok or something that went viral, and then now they work for Pixar or they work for Nickelodeon or like they make a web series that goes viral or on YouTube or something. Like, there's every single field, there's like this push to be like, no, you gotta go viral or something. It's like, maybe not every field. I don't think there's like an accountant trying to go viral, but
no, dude, I met a guy early on in TikTok just because, like, TikTok's got a really weird thing where at the beginning, when it was first coming out, the only way that you could message people was you had to both be following each other, right? So, like, if you had a video go viral every once in a while, just your inbox just alerts you that you've basically just become friends with somebody. And I became friends with a couple people. Like, this one dude is, like, an attorney. Just same age as us. And he just made a couple videos about the law, and he is fucking raking cash down in Houston right now because he's just got a million clients. Like he went viral off that. He made some YouTube videos online about the law, and then people go on and they go looking up some law about automobile accidents on YouTube, and he's the first guy that shows up. He's the first guy that he calls, and he's got a fucking book of business. Your boy's cruising right now.
Yeah, man. If you're any kind of entrepreneur at all, it's like it just forces you to do. It's like, oh, I got to go viral. It's like
it's frustrating though because it's like the way that I wanted to go about this, and I'm not complaining about where I'm at. You know, I'm enjoying it, but dude, I would love to just like wait until I've got the hour that I am happy and proud to put out there and really focus on nothing but that. Never pick up any editing, never think about that, and then fucking 3 years from today, go boom, we got the hour. I'm happy with it. Throw that shit out there, but it's like. Man, I don't know. Like I got this bit that I'm working on. I got an awesome clip from Matt's show, which is killer. You guys should check it out, Monk's Jazz Club, obviously. But the video came out amazing. But I'm like, dude, do I want to put this out now or don't wait?
Same.
And it's
I feel the same way with everything that I did on that show. It's like because I know for a fact that 6 months goes by, that joke's gonna be 10 times better.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of it's a bummer because it's like I love the way it came out on the video. I love the way it was said, which is almost enough for me to be like, I'll just post it. And the challenging part too is like, so the joke is basically about
another claw,
women sucking. That's basically the premise. No. So the way I start off the
You're
joke.
really putting this like 3-week relationship to the test. You're like, it's like, hey, check out this podcast I'm on. I'm in love with you. We've been dating for 3 weeks. Also, women suck. What do you say? You want to fucking write this thing out?
So
with
here's
me?
the turn. Here's the turn. I go. I try. So I do this pandering thing in the beginning of the bit where I go. All women are amazing. I say women are amazing. I love
Owen Benjamin a little bit.
I love bisexual women. I love lesbian women. I love trans women. And then little people are like, oh yeah. And then I go, regular women though suck. What? Regular women are the worst. Regular like bisexual women, lesbian women crushing puss. Like what's cool with that? Fucking crushing pussy. I said trans women. I said trans women are literally and figuratively dunking on y'all right now. Dick in the face, dunking on y'all right now. And that's a fun joke. Fun little joke. And then I lead into the bisexual thing where I'm talking to my bisexual girlfriend. She's like, oh, I want to be in a committed relationship. But,
How old's your girlfriend?
She's 23.
Nice. How old are you?
28.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it's a great age. I honestly think it's the best age difference that I've ever found because, like, she hates. I think just from talking to her, she hates like kind of her age group.
Well, they also don't know that you're cooked yet. They're like,
well, and she's very mature for her age.
Yeah, so, she's got her ABCs down and everything.
Oh yeah.
she's dialed.
Dude, this girl knows like fucking algebra. Anyway, so that's a joke. But the thing is like the problem with that joke is that I know for a fact I go to Fort Worth, Texas, and it's an early show. And the average age for the audience is like 50 years old, 51.
For whose crowd? Because like I honestly want to know this, right? Because dude, I'm at the point right now where I get to headline like twice a year on the road, 3 times a year on the road, do a weekend. And my crowd is the people that received free tickets on the email list from the comedy club,
which is most crowds.
So my crowd is exactly what you're describing. I would imagine like Allie and Jeremiah would pull some. No. Straight up, they don't have, nah.
There is some, not a lot.
It's tough out there, hard out there for
That's
everybody.
what I mean with smoke and mirrors, dude. You look at the followers and you're like, man, these people are, some comics are like, oh, they're millionaires, they've made it, but dude.
We were talking about this with Heather Shaw last week. It's like, dude, the two of us combined on all platforms have 2 million followers combined and like 150, 200 million views.
Yeah.
And if we went out there on the road together and did a tour, I don't know if we could sell it out. I really don't know. If
Who's that? Heather Shaw?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
She's
mean,
amazing.
Yeah, she's great. So good. Following her is a bitch. But I'd say, like the problem is like, so they do, Allie McCoskey or Jeremiah, like they do these weekends where, sure, maybe some people bought tickets, right? Let's say they do Addison Improv. But the thing is, the club business, the way that the clubs make money is through drinks and food.
And so it doesn't matter how many $25 tickets you sold. It matters how many people are in the audience.
Yeah.
So they need asses in the fucking seats.
Yes. And they literally care about nothing but that. They don't care how original you are. They don't care how funny you are. Swear to God, that's how the business is.
Well, I was talking to somebody.
Care less.
I was talking to somebody basically.
You can bomb for an hour.
Runs a club, and it's like,
if it's sold out and they bought tickets, they're gonna rehire you. Don't matter if you just straight up bomb for 45 to an hour. It's like they just,
if you're eating shit,
they
ain't no thing.
don't care. If they sold the more drinks than ever and it's sold out and you just bomb for an hour, they'll be like, hey, see you in 6 months.
This seems like such a shitty recipe, though. Like, how that works for comedy clubs?
It works money, dude. Money talks.
I'll tell you, I've opened up for some people that were on SNL in the fucking 90s that can still sell out a 400-seater for a weekend, and they're insufferable.
John Lovitz, he sucks. Sucks.
Have you worked with him?
No, so this is a fun story. So we
are we gonna bash people right now? Let's bash them.
Who's this?
I'm bashing him. I
Who
don't
did you
care.
say?
John Lovitz.
John Lovitz.
Legit,
Yeah.
I was hoping he was the fucking man.
Nope.
Ah,
The worst.
Come on.
The worst person ever.
Really?
So he makes the club rent a piano for him. He's like, go find a piano for me. And so they go to like Guitar Center or whatever. They have to rent a piano for him. They get it shipped there. And then he sets it all up, whatever. He spends his whole act doing this bad. I mean, dude, he literally does like street jokes and then like plays songs, does these bad, like goofy songs. And, of course, like people that are like in their 60s or whatever, they're laughing, having a good time because they're wasted and hate their lives. But, it's just like bad. Like as a comic, you're just like, oh, this guy is doing like dad jokes over piano music. Mm-hmm. It's like as bad as it gets. I mean, it's like just not like you wouldn't laugh at it. You're like, wow, this is crazy. This guy gets paid to do this, right? And some of it's okay. Some of it's like he does like impressions sometimes. It's like fun, just little silly voices, whatever. It's whatever. It's a good cruise act, I'd say. And then he, which whatever that means. But then he goes, so his last bit. So just to clarify what the setting, right? He's doing a show. He's on stage. It's at the Danny Improv in Florida. And we're doing, with the Dope City, two guys that I go on tour with, we're doing a late show at 10 o'clock right after his show. So his show's finishing up. The comics that I'm with tell me he has a closer, which is a song about Bob Saget and how Bob Saget likes it up his ass. And he's doing this days after Bob Saget just died. So we're like, oh, I wonder if he's going to do his closer. Which I looked up and Googled. He's been doing that closer since 2004.
Oh, that's tough.
Yikes.
Is this like, let me ask you this. Is this like I actually like Bob Saget, but I wrote this song, or is this like a Bob Saget's a piece of shit song?
Yeah, it's like, he's like, oh, he's a good friend of mine, blah, blah, blah. He's like, that's how he's like sets it up, whatever. But dude, still, the dude died like 5 days before this.
Not acceptable.
And he's like, Bob Saget, like, sit up the ass.
It's a little tough.
And then he like does like a couple songs about it. He does like multiple songs about how Bob Saget is gay and likes up the ass. And then he's like, Bob Saget loves the kitchen and the kitchen is his ass. Like wild shit like that. And it's like people are like awkwardly like, oh my God, like what the fuck? Bob Saget just died. And like clearly that's the whole vibe of the whole audience and everyone's like, what the fuck? So for me, that just is like, man, this guy is so stuck in his like, oh, I'm just going to do my act. Even if the people I'm doing it for are dead or whatever. Like, I mean,
yeah, it's like, it's literally like not just insensitive. It's like the opposite of flexibility. It's like, I have 45 minutes of material. This is what it is.
All I have. This is what I'm going to do.
The last 10 are about Bob Saget taking it up the ass.
Yep.
So you really
be.
can't backfill it with anything. You ever do that where you got to take like 10 minutes out and replace it with something, and then it's like, it's doable.
Yeah.
And the fact that, dude, I mean, I get mad at people that have been doing stand-up for 4 years, where it's like you're doing the same 20 every single night. Figure it the fuck out. You should have more than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's figure it out.
Right.
You can't write, that comes out to 5 minutes a year. You can't write 5 minutes a year. Figure it out.
That's true. I mean, it's also like,
But dude, love it. I mean, you've been doing it for how long at this point? 20? Not you, him.
Oh, him.
30? You got 45?
Yeah. So,
a minute and a half
Oh,
a year.
dude, so long. 30, 35 years. So he's, so the show's done. You know, he does his dumb closer, and he, for some reason, I guess doesn't, so he walks off briefly, and then he stays right by the computer, piano, while everyone's clearing out. He's sitting right in front of the piano, and I see him. So we're trying to like set up for our show now. Like his show's over. We're trying to set up for our show now. And he's like dinging. I see him like at the piano, like kind of dinging. He like brings the manager over. He's like, "Yeah, come on, man." Like, see, it doesn't sounds weird, huh? Like he's like dinging and then like playing. And so then the manager's like on the phone with like customer support of like Guitar Center, and like talking about. And dude, like 30 minutes go by. Our show is like supposed to be started now.
But you can't.
And there's
are people filling in watching
people,
John Lovitz on a piano going, "It doesn't sound right," and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yes.
Holy
That's exactly
shit.
what's
That's
happening.
crazy.
Not only is it like some people, it's like 300 fucking people.
They're all just like, "Is that John
Rolling
Lovitz being
in.
an asshole on Guitar Center customer
Dude,
support?"
rolling in. So he's just like dinging. There's no house music playing at all. It's
You
just.
should have just played house music though.
Isn't that hilarious? Yeah, house music.
Get off the stage, John.
Go to a retirement home, John. So he's like, dude, literally like 200, 250 people just filing in, and he's just ding, 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 ding. Like that's the noise ringing through the whole club. While we're just sitting there like, boy, we're supposed to be started 10 minutes ago. This guy needs to get the fuck off, you know? And then finally, I guess, like, I don't know, the show's supposed to be started 20 minutes ago. And he's still on stage. The manager's finally like, "Hey, man, we got a show that we're supposed to be like, we got to start like right now." And John's like, "Well, I guess I'll just do this tomorrow then." And the manager's like, "I guess so, man." And then like he kind of like stormed off the stage, like blew past us in the green room, totally walked past us, ignored us, grabbed his bag, left. They had to pick up the piano, wire the mic for us and everything. And like pretty much as soon as he walked off stage, the manager's like, "We're going to start in like 5 minutes." And I'm hosting. So I'm like the first like comic to walk up there. And so the whole crowd's like just kind of like talking, chattering, whatever. And they clear the piano off. I walk up there. And, you know, I'm like, "Oh, hey, like, hi, nice to be here in Florida. Yeah, sorry about the whole wait in the line. We had a retired SNL cast member up here from the 30s trying to figure out how to retune an electric piano. Sorry about that." Just like roasting his ass. And, dude, the crowd loved it. And so I go, I wanted to double down. You know what I mean? I wanted to double down, just fucking dig into him. And I wanted to go, so I go, "Does anyone know here who John Lovitz is here?" And I thought like no one would, you know. I thought he was like a dead. So, dude, the whole crowd like erupts. The whole crowd like, "Woo!"
Oh no!
And I'm like, well, I guess that's why they let him fucking fuck around a piano over an hour and a half up here.
You should have spent. Does anyone know who CJ Landry is?
Just silent. No, but yeah, dude, it was at that moment I was just like, man, dude, these people, you know, there's people that have been in this business for so long that they just kind of like, they're really just riding it till they're out. They don't give a fuck about anybody. They don't care about managers. They don't give a fuck about even their fans. I mean, he wasn't like meeting with fans or anything. Like, he just doesn't care. He's just like here to collect a check and leave. It's just, I don't know. I can't imagine being like that because I just like people so much. I mean, I like even people I don't know, strangers. I perform in front of a bunch of people. that are other people's fans. I still like, oh, what's up? Like if they like me, whatever, it's cool. It's like fun, nice.
It's gonna be weird if you don't like stand up that much, right? Like for whatever reason, we hit it big with stand up, and then we do it for 7 years, like the SNL contract,
Right.
And then all of a sudden, after this, for the next 30 years of our life, there's some other thing that we have to do that is not stand up. You know, all of a sudden we have to do improv.
Yeah,
For 30 more years.
Yeah.
And you just got to run around and pretend that you like it, even though it's the worst thing in the world. But it's the only way to continue to make money. You might be like, yeah, I fucking want to blow my brains out too. This is ass, dude. I can't believe it.
That is probably where he's at. He is probably in a place where he doesn't like it anymore. He's doing it for the check. It's good money. He can sell out fucking 3 shows at a fucking banger-ass club. Sell $25 a ticket. It's like 350 people in there. It's probably great money, and just like, screw it. I get to like,
it's incredible money.
Bring my wife with me. We get to hang in the hotel and fucking, whatever he wants to do.
I mean, dude, the thing is though, it's like we've both been lucky enough to have the experience to open up for a lot of different types of people. And there's a lot of people that are like really young, really excited about this shit. And then you meet some people that have just been doing it for a while, and
I know
they hate it. And it's like, it's just so discouraging, man.
It is, man.
You're like, you guys hate it you hate it this much? Like dude, stand up is a constantly humbling thing. It's a constantly, it's something that's such a challenge, bro. It's like, you know what I love to do too? This is so fun for me. I love to show people who don't really know comedy. A lot of people don't know comedy. A lot of people don't know who anyone is, even like the biggest names. Like you tell someone who like, oh yeah, you don't know Dane Cook, and they're like, no. You can list off like some of the biggest acts right now doing theaters, and people like never heard of them. My ex-girlfriend who I was dating for 3 months when I moved here did not know who Bill Burr was. Which is just like,
no.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, no, you talk to him, I guarantee.
Or Norm, like.
I guarantee you talk to him, like, literally,
majority of people at a college tailgate, they have no idea who that is.
I guarantee if you pulled, like, even people off 6th Street, which is a big, this place is now Austin is a big comedy town. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you if you pulled fucking 10 people off the street of 6th Street, there's going to be 5 of them that have no idea who Bill Burr is.
Yeah.
And that's the life. That is what it is. It's like you can be doing arenas and people are like, who? Russell Peters. They don't know.
Which is sort of an amazing thing, though, because, we talk. I talked to Tony Castillas about, I think it was Tony, talking about Brad Pitt and just basically what it must be like to be that guy. Yeah. And just like, evidently, like if he wants to go out to eat, he has to eat in a limo every single night.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, it is frustrating that people don't know who Bill Burr is, but it's also, it must be nice for Bill Burr to be at a point where he can make millions of dollars every year, be in a fucking Star Wars film, have the best stand-up specials on earth, and most likely get to walk down the street in LA with the only people bothering you being people that adore you. Yeah. And everybody else doesn't have a fucking idea who you are.
That's so true, man.
Because, dude, imagine being Rogan, where it's like, dude, Rogan can't walk down 6th Street right now.
Yeah.
He'd be mobbed.
That's a bummer. Yeah, I've seen him at bars. I've seen Rogan at bars. I've been out with him and his crew before, and it was like bodyguards circle around him. Mm-hmm. Bodyguards kind of like allowing random people to kind of interact with him and then being like, okay, enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's such a weird life, dude. I can't even imagine that.
It's gotta be
everywhere
bizarre.
you go. That's the deal. And then, it's other people, it's like millionaire comics that like nobody knows, but it's so fascinating. And, like you said, I mean, you do this, I feel like there's people that do this long enough to where it's like just becomes, I don't know, kind of like a chore, a task. Like you don't really want to do it anymore.
Like people with crazy Netflix specials that I met
I
can't wait to just stop doing stand up and just like, and you're like,
yeah.
Dude, why? Like to a certain extent, I understand. Like if the goal is like a family, which is something that I would love to have at some point, it does have to be hard to need to go out there and live in a hotel every weekend, but it doesn't need to be what you're making it. Like there are some people who, when they go to a city, make an active decision that they show up in this fucking neighborhood, and rather than just be like, hey, I want to see what's going on in this city. Yeah. Let's go out. Let's go take a fucking paddle board out on Lake Austin. Let's go into the mountains of Santa Cruz when we're in San Jose. Let's go surfing. Right. It's like, no, I want to make sure that I sit in the hotel until right before showtime, and then not drink during the show and go right to bed after and do the same thing the next day. And it's like, hey, like, you know, doing stand-up is a choice, but like the way that you choose to live doing stand-up is also a choice. And some people choose to just make it.
It's hard, dude, because we're fucking lazy, man. I'm fucking lazy, dude. I wish I had a catheter in me right now so I could pee, but it's... You
gotta take a piss?
No, I'm joking. I just... You're lazy. I'm lazy. Well, another thing is like, you know, you travel there. You're like, I'm tired. Like as soon as you get there, like you travel, and then you like take a nap. You do a show, and then right after the show, you're like, all right, like let's have fun. Like we're gonna go eat, like drink, whatever. And then you end up like staying out till like 2, 3 a.m. Yeah. And then you end up sleeping till noon, and then you grab food, and then you got fucking
3 p.m.
3-4 hours till showtime. You're like, fuck, I'm okay. Like, what are we gonna do? And then
and I'm not gonna lie. When I went to Minneapolis, I lapped the Mall of America for like 3 hours a day because that was the only thing.
Yeah, some of these cities are fucking boring, dude. I did a show in Wisconsin. All there is cheese there. That's like their main is cheese. Yeah. I mean, that's all there is. There's little shitty bars. Green Bay Packers and cheese. And I went out with there were some people from the show that wanted to take us to this bar. We go to the bar. The guy goes, hey man, I want to buy you some cheese curds. You gotta try these cheese curds. I'm like, all right. He's like, yeah, they got cheese in Louisiana, right? I'm like, yeah, we have fucking cheese in Louisiana, dude. What do you think, you invented cheese here? I'm like, yeah, we have fucking grocery store.
I think they do think that.
They do, dude. Yeah. They're like cheese cocky. Like they're like cocky, but like, no, we got, dude. The selection we have here is. I'm like, okay, bro. It's like Amazon exists. You know what I mean? This is like the future, dude. It's not like you have cheese that I don't have access to.
We can get Wisconsin sharp cheddar here in 5 minutes.
It's like we can get cheese here. And it's so funny because they jizz over the cheese curd. It's like, yeah, bro, it's fried cheese.
I thought that was ranch.
It's fried cheese dipped in ranch. That's what it is. It's like, yeah, that's amazing. That's like, yeah, that's like heroin of food. It's like, of course that's good. It's good. Like,
you can't fuck that up, really.
No, it's like, yeah, we have great, we have great food in Louisiana. It's bacon wrapped shrimp dipped in fucking barbecue. It's like, yeah, it's like sugar. It's like, yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Of course it's going to be good.
It sounds so good right now.
It's just so funny that they're like so proud of something that's like, yeah, it's like impossible for it not to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyone's going to like that. It's cheese and ranch. That's like so bad for you, though. It's like so many people are just, God, and the beer there.
Louisiana?
No, in Wisconsin. It's just, ugh.
Louisiana and Wisconsin, too, generally like big states, right? Like there's some hefty fellas out there.
Yeah, heavy, dude. Heavy. If you were to weigh the population of both states, it'd be close, Ty, you know?
It'd be very close.
It'd be very close.
Two very different kinds of big people, though.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, it's funny because, like, I mean, the thing is both like fried chicken, but like Louisiana, dude, you go to a seafood joint, and there's a big difference between really nice seafood restaurants in Louisiana and then like a mom and pop seafood joint in Louisiana. Both of them are probably good. Both of them have like decent gumbos and different dishes, but like, dude, the mom and pop places always have like 80% of the menus fried. You get like a fried seafood platter. It comes with fried oysters, fried catfish, fried shrimp, and then just a shit ton of fries. So it's just fries.
Dude, I'm just realizing that I forgot to eat dinner right now.
A little etouffee, dude. I fuck around with that.
Yeah, man. I made that.
What is that, man?
It's like a
etouffee. Yeah, it's like a boy. It's more like a stew, I think. I consider it more of like a stew because it has your vegetable medley like celery, bell pepper, chopped all of it, onions, chopped tomato paste, and then you have a chicken broth or shrimp broth. You can mix it all together, and it kind of creates a stew. You stew it down, and then put crawfish in it.
Ooh.
Mix it together, put it on rice, fantastic. And it's fucking banger.
Is it
banging.
disgraceful
So good.
to sprinkle some of those oyster crackers on there? Or is that an okay
Yeah,
move?
sure.
It's okay.
I
Do
love
whatever you
oyster
want.
crackers.
Also,
dude.
Louisiana, fourth fattest state.
Whoa, what's the first? Hang on, Mississippi?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, dog. Hell yeah.
You want to go? What's two?
Can I? I think I can get this.
I don't think you can.
I think it's
This is crazy.
Louisiana, Mississippi. Dude, I would have thought Mississippi would be one.
Mississippi is one.
Mississippi's
Hang on,
obviously.
let me guess
Louisiana's
this.
4.
Let me guess number 2. Hold up.
It's not Alabama because you would have said it was
Alabama's 3.
Okay.
What's 2?
Fuck.
Florida. Dang.
Oh, wait.
Florida's not even top 10.
Wow. Okay, that
South
makes
Dakota.
sense. Beach bods. Out in the sun.
Well, you said South Dakota?
Yeah.
No, it's West Virginia.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Indiana 5.
Shout out
Kentucky.
Mumford, dog. That dude's fat. Fucking local
Mumford's
comic.
in West Virginia?
Yeah, he's from Virginia.
There's some big
Skinniest
boys
state.
down here.
You guys know what the skinniest state? If you actually think about it, it makes sense. Think about like outdoor activities.
Skinniest state?
Yeah, what is the skinniest state? Least cases of obesity.
Wow. I mean,
Oh my
Think about activities.
Hawaii.
That's 48.
Montana. Ooh,
Cali?
no, it can't be Cali.
No, it's 35.
Wow.
Mid-pack.
Outdoor.
Vermont.
No, that's 46.
Oh, I'm getting close.
You are.
Okay, wait.
This is fucking me up right
This
now.
is actually 51 because they
Colorado is the healthiest state in
Colorado
America.
is the
I knew that.
healthiest. DC. So Colorado's 51. DC's 50. They did that. But yeah.
Wow. That does make sense, though, dude. Colorado. You like Colorado? You been there?
Love it.
I did a comedy there recently, Denver Improv. Bro, I mean, coolest fucking crowds. Here's the only thing here's my only strife with Colorado. I mean, dude, they really doubled down on the weed thing.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's wild. You go to the airport, because so it's like everything in Colorado's like weed and hiking. That's like that is Colorado.
Sounds so fun.
You go, it is fun, but it's like that's like if that's someone's whole personality, you're like, this person
It's pretty
sucks.
It's a little exhausting.
It is pretty
But
brutal.
Like
dude,
a
you go
soy
to the-
boy, like
You go to the
granola.
airport, dude. They have like little shops, like little sectioned off shops, where it's like peace, love, and weed, and then it's like a hiking like backpack or something. It's like it's like the best on brand marketing ever.
Yeah, get that bag and then drive it through Texas. Weed on the way here.
They're making Cliff Bar edibles.
Are they
Really?
really?
No. That was
That's
Oh my
hilarious,
God.
though. Yeah.
I would totally believe it.
That'd be great.
By the way, that would sell so fucking
oh,
hard.
I'd get 50 of them right now.
I do truly. I'm with you though. I hate the I hike and smoke weed personality. It's brutal.
It's fine if it's your hobby, but damn, if it's your whole person,
They all drive Outbacks, right?
It's like EDM, man. Whenever EDM is someone's whole personality, yikes. Steer clear of that bitch.
Dude, I mean, I love a nice roll and go to an EDM show.
Same,
it's a great
bro.
time. But
I love
do I
it.
need to tell you?
love
Do I
it.
need to look out with you and tell you about all this shit that
I'll
we're
look
doing?
out. Yeah. Do I need to hear you perform your DJ set in front of me in your living room? No.
Oh, dude, I thought I was the only one that has experienced that. Where you walk
Come on,
into
dude.
somebody's
We live in
house,
Austin, dog. This is.
You walk into somebody's fucking house and you're just like, "What's up, man?" They go, "I want to play you something." And you're like, "Cool, you got a guitar?" They're like, "No, I got the deck, so I'm just gonna play you like a quick 30-minute set." And you're
Just wait
like,
for the drop. Just wait for
You're
the
like,
drop. That's what
dude,
they always
what are
say,
you
dude.
doing?
Just wait for the drop.
Dude, the song's been recorded.
It's coming.
Like
It's
no
coming.
dissing on DJs. I know some legit talented DJs. I think music
Yeah.
production might be the hardest thing to do in music. But like
Right.
your fucking boy where you walk into their house and they're like, "You want to hear me play like 7 of somebody else's songs
Yeah.
back to back to back?"
I'm
You're
always like, do you have any Molly on you? That's the only way I'm gonna be able to hear this. Because that's what's so fucked up about this music. It's like it is very like. Dude, I mean, here's the thing though. If you're listening to like EDM or dubstep at like on your way to work,
Yeah.
like you're like commuting to work at 9 a.m. You're like, like you have an issue.
Easing into your
There's
day.
something
fucking
wrong.
problems, dude.
I mean, dude, there was this girl one time. I've said this on my pod, but it's like there was this girl one time. I was seeing her, and I was with her friends, and we were in her friend's car, and they were just fucking You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing the fucking headbang.
The best kind of people, I think we can all agree on.
And it was like 11 a.m. We were on our way to a plant nursery, which is a very calming, relaxing thing. And I like to talk shit. I like to fuck around. And so whenever we got to this plant nursery, I walked up to one of the plants. I was with her, and I'm like, man, this is like a nice plant. I was like, I'm curious. Like, do you think like if you played like classical music for one plant and like EDM for another, which one would grow faster? And she was like, you're a fucking asshole. I was like, you're right. Maybe I'm a dick, but I'm just thinking like, I think EDM would ruin a plant. I think EDM would ruin anyone. I don't think anyone can really grow off of I don't think there's anything as far as like brain function that like really helps just a consistent, same rhythmic thing. Because it's all formulaic. It's like there's no other music like it, I don't think, to this extent where it's like every song is like built the same. Where it's like that little...
Well, it's also like in music production, and a lot of people do this because they're lazy. It's a collection of samples, and it's a collection of like MIDI tracks, right?
Yeah.
And when you get to the arrangement phase of it, don't get me wrong, I still think this shit is incredibly fucking hard to do, and I could never get good enough at it to produce a song that I would put out to the general public. But what you do is you get a drum track, you get bass track, you get some synths and shit. You write a synth line, and then what you do is you literally, it's the only form of music where you can go copy and paste and put the same line in twice or 3 times or 4 times over and over again. Like You write your drum track, and for a lot of people, you do your drum track, it's a 4-bar track, and that is the track for the whole thing. Yeah. And the only difference is whether it's coming or going. Yeah. And
can I say something though? The only DJs I respect are the DJs that use records. Like the ones that are actually mixing, like they're switching records and shit. Like I'm like, okay, like you got like there's something going on, but it's like if you're just selecting.
I will say this: any DJ that has gone through the process of like producing their own electronic music, that has like sat down and tried to do that shit for hours, you got nothing but my unfettered love and respect. Same. That shit is literally, it's impossible. Like, dude, because I'm sitting there and. I played in a couple bands. They throw something down. You go, all right, I'll come up with a guitar track. Now it's like, all right, sit down with nothing. Yeah. And then like, all right, draw drums with MIDI or make it with a beat pad. And then you're like, okay, now write a bass line over it. Now write the guitar part. Now write the synth part. Now hire someone else to do vocals. Now mix all that shit. Now replan everything. Now adjust it. Now master it. It's like, if you're doing all of those steps, you're a fucking genius. Yeah. And it's like, honestly... If you get to that point, you deserve the laziness of just walking on stage and just going, the transition being mix, line up the tempo, boom, gone. Yeah. I'll hand it to you. Just do it. You get it. You get that break.
I agree. If you're mixing up songs that you just like are picking tracks, fuck off. But yeah, there's this one girl, Natasha Diggs, who's like really great. And she records all of her music on the vinyl. So like it's all like a wild funky soul music, and then she like mixes it into like a DJ set, and it's all her records, and she's like switching out the records, and sometimes she puts like older like funk soul music like to mix in too, other records, and that's like insane talent to me, bro. That's like okay, I respect the fuck out of that. But yeah, this dubstep EDM shit, dude, I'm over that. I'm done. I don't care if you like it. That's great if you do. I love Molly too. I love ecstasy. I need all those to enjoy that genre, I'm to be honest. And by the way, I get hard as fuck on Molly. Do you get horny on Molly? Holy shit.
Who doesn't?
I'd fuck a wall on Molly. I get crazy.
Ooh.
I go crazy on Molly.
I had a little bit of Molly sex earlier last year. It was awesome.
Okay, that's good to know. Honestly, edibles for me, it's hard. Honestly, the only person I've ever had edibles with, edibles and then had sex with is my current girlfriend. I don't know how she does it. It's insane. I don't know how it works. But every other woman before that, I mean, dude, I could have done anything. I mean, anything. I've tried everything. I would go in the bathroom and be like, just a second. I'd go in the bathroom, spit on my dick, look at porn, try to jerk myself.
When you're on edibles?
Yeah, it couldn't go.
Wow, dude.
Nothing going.
If I smoke a little weed, you want another drink, by the way?
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
All right, but dude, if I smoke a little weed,
Yeah.
I'm great.
Really?
I love it, but I have to smoke. This is the key. I have to smoke a little weed.
Yeah,
Not
if
a
you
lot of
smoke a
weed.
whole blunt to the face.
Done. Well, if I smoke a little blunt to the face, whatever woman is unfortunate enough to be with me in that moment is talking me out of a panic attack. Matt, what has your experience been like in this?
Why? What are you panicking about?
Dude, weed is my least favorite drug ever made.
Wow.
It makes me, if I take 5 milligrams of edibles and then go to bed and it's a nice night, it's so nice. I'll sit there, watch a little bit of The Sopranos, maybe play some Settlers of Catan on the laptop.
I like that choice.
Go right out. Boom.
Yeah.
If I do any more than that, I'm talking 1 milligram more.
Yeah.
I need a coach. Like,
Coach.
like I need somebody going like, dude, yeah, you okay?
You're
And I'm
okay.
like, I just don't think like, honestly, I think like someday I'm gonna die, and I don't know if stand-up's gonna work out. What if I get fired for the things that I say on the internet? And then they're like, then you try thinking about it later, and the thing is, it affects the next day because you think about the things that you were panicking about. And you're like, some of those were unreasonable, but like,
That's so.
I don't know, the panic attack that you had about climate change and not making it about comedy, probably gonna happen, dude.
That's so funny that you panic about that. See, I panic about the opposite. I panic I'm like, she doesn't like me. I look like shit. I'm malnourished. I'm skinny.
What are you weighing
my
in at
bones are
right now?
sticking out. I'm like,
You have the same build, dude. Don't say that.
Okay, well, whenever I'm high, dude, I break myself down. And I'm like, this bitch doesn't like me. I'm like, this is not gonna work.
I don't care about if women like me when I'm high. I care about if other men like me. I'm like, none of the boys really ever really just thought you were that great. You're kind of a piece of shit, and your relationships are built on sand. You know, Matt, how are your highs?
Oh, I get high. Dude, I'm high right now. I feel fantastic. I had none of this, dude. Yeah, no.
You don't care about how other.
I'm fucking cooked right now. I gotta be honest with you. I have been.
You don't care about how other men feel about you right now.
No, never.
That's a weird fear. I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe. That's a I've never thought about any other men ever while on weed.
I just think no one likes me when I'm super high, which is like
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
no. That's not what you said. You said men. You said specifically men.
no, I
We're
mean,
not
like,
letting him slide away from that, dude.
no. I gotta be honest. Like I do when I'm high. I don't really think like, oh, I'll never find a woman that loves me. I think like the boys think I'm a
Well,
failure.
Joe, not all of us look like Keith Ledger.
And I'm an outcast.
Okay.
I'm an outcast.
Wow,
Yeah.
I feel that sometimes. I feel like it took a while for me to get accepted in this scene here.
How long have you been down here?
It's been about It's been since January. It's been a few months.
January this year?
Yeah.
Oh, we came down here at the same time?
Yep.
Shit, you're crushing it, dude.
Well, I lived in Dallas. Started in Dallas. So 4 years ago, I moved to Dallas from Louisiana, and then I stayed in Dallas for a year. Did comedy out there, and then I moved to LA just a year into comedy.
Did you start stand up in Louisiana?
No, I did shows. I don't like
How long
to
have
say
you been
that.
doing it?
I've been doing it for 3.5 years now.
You're doing great, man. Crushing it.
Thanks, dude. Almost 4, and it's gonna be 4 in. Oh no, so it's almost more than 3.5. It's almost 4. It's gonna be 4 in July. So we're coming up on that. But yeah, dude, it's I think that move to LA really changed my life. I mean, not just obviously it fucked me financially. Honestly, it's yikes. It's just the pandemic kind of fucked me a lot. I mean, I was doing wild shit. I was Ubering people to protests out there.
That's what the pandemic was looking like?
Yeah, I literally did that. They
Can
were
I
like,
ask you this? Were the people who were being Ubered to protest tipping? What was their average
not all
tip
of them.
rate?
No. No one. By the way, no one tips on Uber. Like, it's very rare.
Heard this.
It's fucked up.
Tip
dude.
every single Uber ride.
It's fucked up. But yeah, it's fucked up. No one really tips, which is screwed because I mean, really, that's the only money that comes straight to me. All the other money goes. It's split between Uber and the rider. It's like the money you give as a tip is going straight to the driver. That's for sure. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's fucked up when people don't tip. But yeah, nobody really no one tipped whenever they were getting protested. And it was funny too, because like I remember one girl, there's some young chicks, they were like putting their signs up in the back of my car and shit. And they're like, yeah, this is like, this country needs, she literally went, this country needs to fucking burn. She's like, this is the start of a revolution. I'm like thinking, you're Ubering to the revolution? Is that what you think you're doing right now?
Ubering and not tipping.
Like you really think you're Ubering? You're using me in my car to get to a revolution right now. Huh. So you're using poor people's shit to get to your revolution? Isn't that ridiculous? And then she goes, I swear to God.
You said that to her?
No, I thought it. Swear to God, this is what she says after that statement. She goes, I haven't eaten anything today. You want to like Uber eat something when we're there? That's what she said. You want to order DoorDash maybe while we're protesting in the streets? They can just drop it off to us while we're protesting, right? That's the world we live in, Joe. And then she goes, oh, by the way, I was picking people up hammered from these protests. They were like, it was like, I'm like, is this a protest or a tailgate? Like they were like playing beer pong, they're just hammered. Picking people up just drunk.
Yeah, they were just going to a woke tailgate. They were like, we don't like football. This is a lot better. No, but I've had, I've had some people that I know that have had like really insightful things to say about this whole situation that have gone to protests, and I've also met some people that are just completely cooked that are there as it's like literally going down there pretending to be woke, but almost like, I hope I like meet a really hot chick down at these protests. And it's like, dude, like the whole like economics of it, like the idea that like they would show up at a protest and not tip. It's like, okay, you are clearly have some opinions about the elite and the people that are in control, and you're here having your parents pay for your college education, and there's somebody that could use a couple bucks for you, and you're not going to toss them a couple bucks.
No.
It's like, you know what would be great, dude, is I would love to see how much like homeless people outside of these actually got like tipped out. Like how were they taken care of?
Oh yeah. Well, that's why whenever I was Ubering, I was like, damn, I wish I was black. Dude, if I was black and Ubering white people to protest, bro, you know how much money I would have raked in? I would have given them a fucking, dude, I would have been giving them a fucking power trip the whole time there. Just giving them my whole fucking life. You know what I mean? Just been like, yeah, my fucking wife left me. And now all I have is Uber. That's all I have. All I have is this car and you guys. That's all I have. Dropping you off at this protest, which, by the way, I support a lot. George Floyd, you know what I mean? And then they would have tipped me like crazy, bro. I was Instacarting too, dude. I was straight up waking up in the morning, delivering groceries to fucking rich people, bro. Which was, dude, by the way, dystopian as shit in LA during the pandemic. I'd line up to go do this Instacart shit at the grocery store, like at a Sprouts or whatever. Everyone in line doing the same shit I'm doing.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. I forgot about the Target lines.
Everyone in line was there.
Holy fuck, dude. I completely forgot about waiting in line in Targets at the beginning of this.
Everyone in there was on their phones.
I don't think it was worse than anywhere in LA, right?
Scanning items, Instacarting. Everyone in the grocery store was Instacarting for other people so that they can eat. How dystopian is that? They're going to the grocery store for other people so that they can pay for their food. I mean, that's fucking, bro. While I was doing it, I'm like, we're living in a completely upside down, fucked up society. And then I would pick up, I'd get all their groceries together, load it up into my car, and then drop it off in their fucking mansion.
And then get a $5 tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that period of time, I mean, whenever people talk about, oh, is it LA? Is it New York? Is it Austin? What do you want to make it? I'm like, dude, I'm making it here or fuck everywhere else. I like...
Can't go back.
I don't want to go back. That place is a hell.
So I spent 3 months in San Francisco right off the bat at the beginning of this thing. And you just unlocked the memory that, like, dude, I blocked out of my fucking head because I forgot about, like, capacities at grocery stores. Holy fuck.
Yeah, man.
Like we had to make a Target run and it would be like a thing and be like, hey, we got to go wait in line. I waited in line for 2 hours to go to Trader Joe's one time. 2 hours. And dude,
I did that one time on shrooms during the pandemic.
Oh,
Terrible time.
yeah, that sounds miserable.
That sounds horrible.
Matt, where were you for the first 2 months of this thing? Like early 2020.
I was in the Middle East.
By the way, shrooms
Wait,
also.
oh shit!
I got stuck.
Dick doesn't work.
What the fuck was going on in the Middle East during the beginning of this?
Wow.
We were coming back from a deployment in Dubai, and we stopped in Bahrain. And this was March, so like shit was of 2020, so shit's like just popping off. And one of our I think this guy was with the Air Force, total fucking pussy. He was the pilot. He got sick, like not COVID, like a little cold, you know. So we had to stay the night, but like in order to do that, we had to integrate into the country of Bahrain. And in order to do that at the time, we had to all get tested for COVID, and there was like 78 of us, and one dude like pissed hot, whatever. How do you test for COVID? The swab thing. And we got stuck in Bahrain.
What do you mean pissed hot? I mean like
he tested positive for COVID, and then like yeah, we were yeah, he pissed hot, and then we were just like I was in a room this size for like 14 days in Bahrain, and then they just released us into the country of Bahrain because we couldn't get a flight back to the U.S. So the whole quarantine thing was fucking bullshit.
So how long were you there?
A month. And then I came back.
What?
I got back to America.
In Bahrain for a month?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, so how did you get out? How do you dishonorable discharge? Like what the fuck? How did you get out of the military?
Oh, I just did. My contract ended.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
How long?
7 years. I re-enlisted once. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. I'm the same age as you.
Wow.
Matt, I'm gonna preempt this by saying never take stand-up advice from me, but dude, anytime some interesting ass shit that is like you look at that experience and you go, this only pertains to me. Like if you write a joke about Tinder, anybody can copy that shit and just go like, I wrote that joke.
Yeah.
If you write some material about being stuck in Bahrain on a deployment because someone pissed hot at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
That's you, dog. Like,
know,
that's all you.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess,
that's what you got to be fucking going at.
That's a good point.
Like, I need you to be covering this shit.
That's a good point.
Because, dude, one of the things is, like, we've talked about Nat on a couple episodes, but Nat Rogachevsky's very new at this, but he talks about his heroin addiction really openly.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's something where it's like, everybody goes, oh, what's it like to be addicted to heroin for 5 years and sell shit? It's like, dude, if you start talking about... That's why that speaking Chinese bit went viral. Because they're like, oh, white guy speaks Chinese. That's weird. That's unique. That's some... Dude, this is some crazy shit that you have to go into.
I do think that some of my material is about the military, but it's pretty broad. I do have some... Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird, like, writing about memories, though. Like, I write about current shit. Like, it's just... I don't know. I haven't done that yet, but...
No, dude, I mean, I didn't start talking about this shit till, like, 3 years in. But and not to say that, again, don't...
I feel you. I feel what you're saying.
But dude, like you could write some really interesting shit about a fucking quarantine in Bahrain.
Yeah, I guess
dude.
I could. I was just.
Y'all motherfuckers ever? If you were a black comic, it'd be even better. If you're like, y'all motherfuckers ever been to Bahrain, dude?
Dude, it was me.
Y'all motherfuckers ever think you're going to Bahrain? You gonna ball out?
It's nothing, dude. I was just me.
Instead of getting stuck in a fucking hotel room, dude.
I was just beating my dick raw all day. I mean, that's really all.
How many beatings of the meat would you say?
Probably 4 a day. At a certain point.
Days,
it's just like you're on a cycle. You're like every 4 hours.
How many days in a row can you 4 beat though?
4 beat?
Yeah.
We're talking about jacking off.
Yeah,
right?
4 times in a row. How many days in a row?
Sometimes you're just doing it for like you're not even doing it to completion. You know? You're
wow, you're edging over there.
Edging, and that was before edging was even a thing, dude. This is just survival.
Was it?
I was like, you get into the end of it, you're like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, he was like, I was trapped out there, man. I was eating my semen. It's the only nutrition I had. You're like, God damn, dude, you're a fucking cold-blooded killer.
Protein, baby. It's all.
Dude, you ever seen the bit Steve Harvey had about going to war?
Yeah. Wait, is that where? No, I don't think I have actually.
It's one of the best bits of all time.
Was he in the military,
so
Steve
funny.
Harvey?
No, he was talking about how it was like this was like years ago. He was talking about the like Iraq war and shit. He's like, man, it's a never-ending war. He's like, it's because they got all them rules. He's like, don't be sending Steve over there. Steve, you be shipping him out on a Sunday. Steve will get back on a Tuesday because Steve is shooting everybody. He's just talking about how he's like, just going to kill everyone. He's just going to go over there and just murder everyone. It's one of the funniest shit ever.
Steve Harvey is an interesting character.
Funny, bro. He's so good. It's great.
The bit he does about a black guy quitting his job versus a
Yeah,
white
that's a
guy
good
quitting
one.
his job is classic.
Good one.
It's another thing. That's what those comics that we were talking about were very frustrated about, I'm sure, is because they were probably hoping that they were just going to become Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
They're
Get on a
probably just
game
like,
show.
Dude, Steve Harvey probably rakes 80 million. Harvey's making Tom Brady money out in this motherfucker, dude, because he has the unyielding love of everyone people love that motherfucker.
Yeah.
How could you not? Some of the shit is where he goes, oh,
Yeah.
you know, you're like, that was a horrible impression. But what he does,
Somebody pray for this man.
Dude, even his little like monologues in the fucking show he does cracks me out.
Yeah.
Family Feud. It's your boy Steve Harvey. You know, just he's just a classic.
He opens on a monologue on Family
not a
Feud.
monologue, but just his normal shit makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Like, he's
That'd
hilarious.
be so funny if he opened up on a monologue.
And he always
He'd
like
be
dabs up the black family and just very politely
yeah.
like shakes
Shakes
one
it.
hand of the white family.
So funny that
It's very clear. It's very
so
clear.
funny how racial they make it too. It's
Yeah.
always like the black family, the white family,
The Browns
Hispanic
versus the
family.
Jacksons, dude. Always. It's never. Yeah. It's
Who's those both sound like black
I
families
feel
to
like
me.
the Browns are white.
Oh.
Are a white family. Was that the camera or just the light?
No, that was the light.
Right.
That thing.
we are at
We
one.
just got the light, dude.
We're at an hour 20.
We're at an hour 20. We probably shouldn't close on racial material. So let's brainstorm together and see if we can come up with literally anything at all to close on.
Yeah.
Ready? Matt, you got any ideas?
Any tranny stuff?
Matt.
What?
Oh my God, that's the first thing that came.
We're not doing race. Let's move on to something else.
You know what porn categories you're in?
Oh, what's going on with Johnny Depp? I really don't know. Like he's been in. Do you guys know? I'm not gonna. It's not even worth looking up. But he's been
It's like
in,
an abusive relationship, which I can relate to because I was actually hit one time by
You
a
were
woman.
abusing a woman at one point.
Yes, and I was actually dressed like Captain Jack Sparrow at the time. It was very weird.
No, sorry, I
I've
didn't
seen that
mean to
video.
cut you off. That actually sucks, man. I'm sorry.
No. It was. I know. I'm just saying. I think it's funny. I think it's funny whenever dudes get hit by a chick because it's not like it's not like threatening, but you're just like, damn,
You're not supposed to be able to do that.
like I can't do that back.
Yeah.
You know
I'll
what's
go to
wild
jail.
about it though is she threw a bunch of like unsubstantiated claims about this guy out there. Where the suit is not the lawsuit is not a you hit me, you owe me money because you hit me
Yeah.
suit. This is what
Okay.
people don't get. It's a defamation lawsuit. And it's a defamation lawsuit because Amber Heard was literally abusing this motherfucker,
Yeah.
beating him up, and then got concerned about what was going to happen because she was worried people were going to find out. And she went, he assaulted me in a lot of different ways. And because people weren't really willing to question her at that time and nobody knew the story, everybody just went, fuck Johnny Depp, or the studios did at least, and they dropped him from the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Wow.
So that's why the suit is for $50 million, is because he was set to make a shitload because that's one of the biggest grossing franchises of all time. And they went, you know what, dude? A woman saying you assaulted her, you're good. And it turns out it's looking like she assaulted him.
Yeah.
And so
She's shit in his bed apparently.
yeah, so like not only is it like not only is
Yeah.
it looking like
That's
did he
factual.
not
Speaking
beat
of
her up?
defamation.
Dude, yeah, defecation. How you doing? But dude,
God, black people are funny.
they are the best. My favorites, honestly.
Same.
Yeah, Matt, you should book more black people on this podcast. I'm
Yeah,
upset
dude,
that you
come
haven't
on,
been
dude.
doing that. You're fucking up.
Dude, I'm on it right now.
Get it
bro.
together.
I have so many of them in my contacts.
Unreal. But but dude, the thing is yeah, she was beating him. And you think about like this case, right? One of the interesting things about it is there's a 2-hour clip where one day, like, Johnny Depp evidently lost the tip of his pinky in a fight with her because she threw some glass at him, and he decided she was reaming him out, and he just decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm whipping out the phone, I'm gonna record this, and sort of like set it off to the side. And there's some shit where she's just like, I'm not beating you, I'm hitting you. Like textbook, like gaslighting shit.
Yeah.
Like she was abusing this man, and the whole thing. The only thing that he's trying to prove is, in this lawsuit, all he needs to prove is I didn't abuse her. That's all he needs to prove. But it's really turning out like the whole thing's turning on its head and going, this woman's fucking insane. Which, by the way, Amber Heard, gotta say, absolute dime piece of dime pieces.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I think she's.
Let me look her up because I don't know. I don't even know. What
pretty
she
good
looks
looking. I mean, and yeah, it's.
like. Let's see.
She's
Amber
a piece,
Heard.
dude. She's a piece.
You got to be careful because.
Oh yeah, I'd let her beat me.
Dude, but I've had these situations where, you know, he talked about it, and he talked about walking, and he talked about how his dad was in an abusive relationship with his mom. His mom would abuse his father, and his dad stuck around, and it's like, but dude, I've had some like chicks yell at me, nothing crazy, but we all have that friend, man, that is in that relationship with that chick where, and I'm sure, and this is not to like make light of men abusing women, because it happens far more often. We all know that. But the thing is, like, we've all seen that guy that just every single night he's out with his girlfriend, she's yelling at him in public, you piece of shit, you motherfucker. Like, and it's like, dude, it takes a certain type of guy, like a certain type of mentality to just be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm staying in this thing. I'm going to ride it out. I don't understand it.
Well,
Yeah, no, it's terrible. I mean, I think it's,
in the military, I'm sure that's exceptionally common, right?
yeah. Well, you really don't understand it. Pussy's probably great, dude. What do you mean? What are you talking about, dude? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, how good? I mean, dude, let's be honest, though. We all
It's
know
gotta be
some
really,
guys.
really good, Joe. It's gotta be fantastic.
You all know some people, too, though, that are getting, like, not beat up, but, like, screamed at in public, and they're not getting fucked. I guarantee.
I gotta say, dude, Johnny Depp, real one, dude. He's still like, he was still married to her, right?
Yeah.
Was he married to her?
Married to her, yeah.
I mean, Johnny Depp could have anyone he wants, right? Like,
That's a good point.
Anybody. Anything.
so he's like, he seems like he was sticking out for us.
I'm Team Depp.
It's Team Depp. Dude,
I just learned about all this right now. I really didn't know.
Oh, dude, I've been watching it. The trial is insane, man. It's fucking interesting to watch because you've got somebody that's just, I don't know, dude, like he doesn't really do that many interviews, I don't think. So like you're getting to see this guy talk, and he's like so fucking articulate. And again, we were talking earlier about like the myth of entertainment business being all dummies, and there's a lot of fucking dumbasses in this thing.
Of course.
But I don't know. I feel like the people that tend to make it into a Johnny Depp type position, so intelligent, so articulate, like so able to put himself together out there. Like, yeah, it makes sense that he was able to do it. It's not just acting. It's also like, this is a smart guy that has a lot of talents. Like, dude, he was talking about moving to LA because they were like, how'd you get into acting? He's like, well, I came out with a band.
Wow.
The story was he came out to LA with a band, and he was playing for 2 years, and then he met a guy named, wait for it, Nicolas Cage. He met a guy named Nicolas Cage that was like, hey, man, I think you would be really great in acting. And Nick Cage got him to do his first movie, and the rest is history. It's fucking amazing, man. But
How do you look at a guy and know he's going to be good at acting?
I think you look at a guy like that where it's like, again, how many people do you meet where they're crazy articulate, crazy well-spoken,
Right.
but also really good looking and really nice and sweet, and go, I can put this guy in this situation, he's going to fuck up. Mm-hmm. You know they're going to, whatever it is, they're going to be able to figure it the fuck out. Which is, yeah, I don't know.
That's a crazy story. I did not know that they were close like that.
Yeah, they're homies, evidently.
Nicolas Cage had a new movie, too, where he's like fucking playing himself or whatever.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, I thought that looked
He won an
interesting.
Oscar?
I did not know that.
He won an
When?
Oscar in the 90s.
Wow.
For Best Actor.
Well, he's white, so I kind of believe it. They seem to be giving those out to them only.
I went down the Oscar rabbit hole acceptance speech the other night. Rabbit hole. And by the way, where are we at? Oh, right. We're over, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, the one that I watched was Marlon Brando winning Best Actor in the 70s.
Wow.
And he doesn't take it. He sent a woman. This is like how different Hollywood was in the 70s versus right now. He wins Best Actor for The Godfather. And he sends up a woman who's a Native American woman to accept on his behalf to talk about the plight of Native Americans and the way they're represented in film. and she gets fucking booed by half the audience.
What?
Yeah, Hollywood is just like, fuck you, disrespecting this like that. Like, that's how different of a place we were in 50 years ago.
Shout out to Marlon Brando, though.
Yeah, total fucking homie.
If there's any takeaway, yeah.
You got some native puss that night for sure.
But he was old and washed at that point.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You want to talk about like going?
Yeah, I was joking.
Sometimes
That was a gross joke.
Sometimes guys go from you are gross, you're a disgusting
I know,
piece
I'm
of
terrible.
shit.
God, I'm
But
bad.
dude, some guys age like milk too. Like they
yeah.
Brando being one of those dudes where it was like he was the piece of ass in Streetcar Named Desire, and then just like 30 years later, it's like, whoa, oh my god.
Yeah, drugs and alcohol will do it to you. But God, seltzers are good, huh?
Seltzers are delicious.
White Claw.
Let's have another one. Let's
Sponsored
wrap
by
this
White Claw.
fucking shit up. Sponsored by White Claw. Who knows? Sponsored by absolutely nothing.
This was fun, man. Thanks for having me, dude.
Of course. CJ, anything you want to talk about real quick?
Yeah, please. When does this come out?
A week from tomorrow.
All right, so I'm gonna be in. I don't know if you're listening to this and you're in Dallas area. I'll be at Hyenas Dallas, May 6th through 8th. Hit me up on Instagram at the CJ Landry if you want discounted tickets, aka free.
People love to come through for those things when you rub your eyes for the whole promo.
Yeah.
That really gets
Yeah.
it. When you're like, yeah, you guys should come out, fucking see me when I.
What can I say?
always-
These nicotine pouches fucked me up,
Dude, I'm always when I come out, I'm always really fucking energetic. You guys should come out.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. The shows are gonna be fucking amazing.
They're gonna be amazing. Get wired.
May 6th through 8th.
Matt, when's the next Monk's Jazz show?
May 28th.
May 28th. Dude,
Back to a Saturday.
this fucking show, I gotta say, I did the first one. It was awesome. Damn near sold out. It was great. I was lucky enough to do a guest spot on number 2, and that bitch sold out, dude. Sold out. So Matt's crushing it. We're very proud of the fucking last dude. He's on fire.
I'm trying.
All right, CJ Landry, Matty Stew, 1s and 2s.
Goodbye.
All right. Yeah. Too easy, boys.
Kill that shit, dude.